Welcome to NewsBios Radio, audio home of the world's most influential journalists. For more than 25 years, NewsBios has served global corporations and PR agencies, providing them in-depth, professionally researched dossiers on the world's leading reporters, editors, columnists, anchors, and bloggers. NewsBios goes well beyond what journalists want you to know about them, specializing in uncovering important insight that you can't find in any official or authorized biographies. Do these journalists have obvious biases or conflicts of interest? Have they been the center of controversy or in the subject of a lawsuit? Is their official employment history complete, or have they worked in jobs they'd rather not mention? Just how influential are they? When your reputation is at stake, you can't afford to know only what the journalists want you to know. You need to learn what NewsBios has discovered. Now, the founder and executive editor of NewsBios, Pulitzer Prize-nominated, award-winning investigative reporter, Dean Rotbart.
Thank you. On today's video, I'm going to be reviewing our recent NewsBios dossier on Nelson D. Schwartz, banking, finance, and Wall Street reporter for the New York Times. We first created a profile of Mr. Schwartz in November 2002 and have been tracking him ever since. Our most recent version of Mr. Schwartz's dossier is dated April 5, 2002. It's more than 4,500 words in length and is available for immediate delivery for only $79.95. Mr. Schwartz, 43, is one of the most consistent providers of front-page business features at the Times, with almost 24 page-one bylines in the past year alone. Lately, a lot of what Mr. Schwartz has been writing about has to deal with Bank of America. Mr. Schwartz assumed his current beat at the Times in February of 2010. He first joined the paper in 2007 from Fortune magazine. At the time, then Sunday business editor Tim O'Brien wrote this in a staff memo. Nelson is a graceful writer, and a wide-ranging curiosity and a mature sense of balance and perspective embroider his work. Nelson has the intellectual breadth and discipline to write about almost anything he chooses or anything we choose to put in front of him, and he carries all of that off with first-rate journalistic aplomb. Mr. Schwartz is married to Annalise Carroll, a communications consultant. They were married in July of 2011. Both he and his wife have roots in Westchester County, New York. If you or a client of yours plans to meet with Mr. Schwartz, I highly recommend you review the full content of this news bio first. You'll feel much more confident in how you interact with Mr. Schwartz, and you'll come to understand what likely motivates him and what topics you might want to avoid. NewsBios features more than 7,000 dossiers on influential reporters, editors, anchors, columnists, and bloggers. We can create custom NewsBios on journalists located anywhere in the world, often the very same day. I hope you enjoyed this NewsBios preview, and I invite you to follow us on Twitter at NewsBios to learn about other journalists that are worth knowing. I'm Dean Rotbart.